How would you reform the education system in New York?
Here's what we need to do with education. Complete revamp from start to finish. First things first. No standardized testing until high school. Standardized testing, all it does, it makes kids who are 10, 11, 12 years old, all of a sudden now they feel like they're stupid if they're bad test takers. Not only that, it's an unfair way of grading teachers. We decide that teachers are good teachers because their students do well in standardized testing. That is not a fair way of assessing teachers. Not just that, it's a way that we actually fund schools. Again, not a fair way to fund schools. Lastly, standardized testing is no indication of a child's success in the future. They can be a very good test taker and do well, and be a very good test taker and do poorly. It has nothing to do with their success in life. So that's why it should go away. But Larry, if it goes away, then we'll lose federal funding. Good, let it go away. Give or take, our budget is about $60 billion every year for education. About $4 billion comes from the federal government. That will go away. I'm okay with that. How do we make it up? The first step is, teachers ask me all the time, Larry, how are you going to help me? I'm a teacher. Here's how I'm going to help you. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of your administrators. They're going to start going away. Because once you don't have standardized testing or federal strings, by default, those administrators go away. We have school districts now that actually have more administrators than teachers. That's shameful. That should not exist, and it does. That will begin to go away. Next, that means Common Core may go away. Good. Let Common Core go away. I don't care. Let it go away. Not my concern whatsoever. Common Core can go away.
Thank you.
Here's the reality. There is a small percentage of kids who actually learn better with Common Core. And that's fine. Let that be a tool for a teacher who decides that that tool will work right for that kid, and they may use those tools for that individual kid if they choose to. Leave it to the teacher. I am the only governor who says, let teachers teach, and then has an actual plan to let them teach. The rest say, let teachers teach, then throw 25 more administrators at them, which do not let them teach. I want to actually let them teach. I'm not even done. School should not go K through 12. K through 12 is an anachronism, it shouldn't exist. It should go K through 10. At 10th grade, it should stop. Why? Right now, the last 2 years for most kids in high school is gym, study hall, video games, and maybe smoking weed. How do I know that? Because when you go to college now, the first year is 13th grade. Our kids are not ready for college at all. Why? They had 2 years of doing nothing. Of course not ready. They have bad habits. That's the reason why. So we shouldn't have that. Here's the worst part though. Now the average kid to graduate college takes 6 years. 6 years. So I got a kid who screwed around for 2 years in high school, takes 6 years to graduate college. Now he or she is 24 years old, never had a job. We wonder, why do they have no work ethic? We set it up for him. But here's the worst part. Now she's got $50,000 at least in debt, a degree that has no value in the workplace, no job for her. And guess what? Now she has to work at Starbucks. So what was the other option? Well, the person could have gone to BOCES. BOCES is a wonderful idea. The problem is culture in New York State says BOCES is bad. It says BOCES is for the dumb kids. That's how we talk. And that's shameful. Because the BOCES kid actually becomes a plumber. And the BOCES kid's 24 years old, makes 70 grand a year, and has no debt. Exactly. The average tradesman in New York State is over 50. That's a problem. The average tradesman should be over 30, which means we have people who are 50 and year old and not training the new guys instead of doing the work. They should be training the new guys. It also means we have a huge desire for foreign labor. So we have so many foreign laborers here because we don't have tradesmen here in New York to do it, because we've been taught that the only way to success is a 4-year degree and sit behind a computer screen. Instead, at 10th grade, if you pass a test, you get your high school diploma, you're finished. Whether you are homeschooled, private school, public school, you're finished. Now you have 5 options. My point, you have 5 options now, right? Once you're 16, you have 5 choices. Choice number 1, you've decided college is right for you. Awesome. Go to a prep school. 2-year prep school. So now when you get to college, you are ready. You know what's expected of you. You're set to rock and roll. You can take advantage of things like incubators and internships. Maybe you can graduate in 3 years if you want to. You get some experience. You get out of college. You can ready to rock and roll. Life is good. Option 1. Option 2. You don't want college. No worries. Trade school. Go to trade school for 2 years. Get a license. Become a plumber, a carpenter, mason, whatever the case may be. Now you're 18, ready to be hired. Get out there, do the work, start becoming a productive member of society. Life is good. Not either of those two, because you're a genius. You're the SAT master, and you're a great test taker. You're brilliant. Great. Go to college right away. Take your SATs, get an associate's degree at 16 because you're that smart. You're that kid. Awesome. You're that test taking kid. Good for you. You're going to be a scientist anyway. Life is good. You want to do that? Great. Get a job. Go work. 16 years old, get a job. Who cares? I worked when I was 16. Lots of people worked when I was 16. Not a bad thing. You get a work ethic. You learn what it means to have to show up on time. You learn what it means to have a boss. What's wrong with that? Good idea. Go do that. No worries. Last thing, start a business. Start a business. You got the internet, go sell t-shirts. Good luck. I don't care. Do your thing. Code. Make apps for the iPhone. Life's all good. Start a business. I don't mind. Whatever you want. Now, what does that mean? That means at 16, kids will start making decisions. Right now, they don't. You have a generation of kids in their 20s right now that if you ask them, do you feel like an adult? Over half of them will tell you no. Over half will tell you no. But Larry, they'll make mistakes at 16. Good. Make mistakes at 16, not 26. The price for failure at 16 is very low. You still got mom and dad. Mom, pick me up. What happened? What was wrong? And now you can help them at 16. So by the time they're 18, 19, 20, they get it. You don't want 26-year-old son or daughter coming back to you going, Dad, help out. Mom, help out. You want 16-year-olds saying that, not 26-year-olds saying that. And the next question I get is, how do you pay for it? Our Constitution tells us right now we have to pay for all 12 years of school. No worries. I was a Marine. When I got in the Marine Corps, I got the GI Bill. So when I got out, I think it was $100,000. I had like 10 years to use it. We're going to give all the kids when they're 16 years old, not physically give them, but from the state, $20,000, 5 years to use it. Good luck. Go ahead. $20K, 5 years to use it. What's going to happen? A bunch of prep schools going to pop up. Guess how much they're going to cost for 2 years? $20,000. Trade schools will pop up. How much is it going to cost for 2 years? $20,000. And there'll be good trades that people want. Why? Because the kids are picking themselves what they want to do. And not just that, employers will pick too, because we'll get rid of the border regions. The border regions will stop all of this. Is why that has to go away. But it's the best part about this. We're paying right now $44,000 per kid per year. With this plan, we pay $10,000 per kid per year. Not too shabby. We save some cash. We save some cash. So we save money and get better service and get happier kids. Imagine if you were a kid who went to a prep school at 11th or 12th grade and you were studying AP science or whatever is your thing because you're going to a prep school, you're doing that kind of stuff, and everyone in your class wants to be there. Changes everything. No more kids who are angry or annoyed or pissed off or don't want to be there because they're not there. They're either in a different school or in trade school or they got jobs or they're in college. They're not here. The people who are there are the ones who want to be there. You'll be a rocket scientist to figure this one out. If you want to do something, you're better at it. That's just who people are. If you want to do it, you're better at it. You don't want to do it, you're worse at it. That's how it works. You have better students, better results, and save money, happier teachers.